Now, last week, the opposition met to discuss and lay claim to the constituencies that they would contest. It now appears that the parties have managed to strike a series of compromises to avoid multi-cornered fights in almost all the 29 electoral divisions. An exception is the single seat of Potong Pasir, which may see an independent candidate throw his hat into the ring. Now, there were two announcements today. The first was made by the National Solidarity Party. It said it would not contest Marine Parade GRC and the single seat of McPherson, thus avoiding a three-cornered fight with the Workers' Party and the incumbent People's Action Party. Now, this was followed by an announcement by the Singaporeans First party. It said it would not contest Ang-Mo-Kio GRC, leaving the Reform Party to challenge the PAP team led by Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong in the 6-member constituency. Pulling out of Marine Parade GRC and McPherson SMC was a difficult decision to take, said National Solidarity Party's Acting Secretary-General Hazel Phua. Particularly so, given that the NSP had contested Marine Parade GRC in the last general election. But the NSP said it realized that the multi-party contest in these areas would likely dilute the vote for the opposition.
If we were to enter into a multi-cornered contest, that is not going to help us get a more diverse parliament. And so we decided that, disappointed as we are, we will pull out from these two constituencies.
The NSP said that it had wanted to inform the WP, which had staked claim on the two constituencies, of its decision at the second meeting among opposition parties held last Thursday. But the WP did not turn up, saying that it had already made its position clear. NSP then sent an email to WP last Friday asking if it would like to make a joint announcement as a symbol of cooperation. But there was no response, that is, until today. WP's chairman, Sylvia Lim, issued a statement thanking NSP for its decision to withdraw and reaffirmed that WP will continue to focus on its preparations and campaign. NSP will now contest two constituencies where it had challenged the PAP in 2011, Tampines GRC and Pioneer SMC. It's also set to contest in a new battleground in the upcoming general election, Sembawang GRC, where party members conducted their first walkabout today. The Singapore Democratic Party, which had contested Sembawang GRC in 2011, earlier announced that it will withdraw from the GRC. Meanwhile, the Sing First party has declared that it will withdraw its interest to contest Ang-Mo-Kio GRC, which is helmed by Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong. The constituency is currently being eyed by the Reform Party. In response, RP's Secretary-General Kenneth Jeyaretnam thanked Sing First for graciously deciding not to contest Ang-Mo-Kio. Sing First's Secretary-General Tan Ji Se said the party will now focus its resources on Tanjong Pagar and Jurong GRCs. So, what should voters read into the NSP and Sing First withdrawing from the areas that they had earlier staked a claim to? We put that question to our political analyst, law professor Eugene Tan.
I see it as a strategic move. I think the NSP realizes that it is futile to go into a three-cornered contest. I think voters are likely to pool their votes behind the opposition party that they believe, should have the better chance of winning. And if that's the case, then, there could be the possibility of, the party that finishes third, the possibility of losing their electoral deposit. The NSP certainly believes that, it had the right to contest in Marine Parade GRC as well as McPherson SMC. But I think in the end, it was down to being pragmatic, it was down to being realistic. For the Singaporeans First party, they have the additional difficulty of being a new party, so they're not that well known, within Ang-Mo-Kio GRC. And bearing in mind that, Ang-Mo-Kio GRC is the Prime Minister's ward, where the PAP has traditionally done relatively well. I think all these added up, to the very realistic conclusion, that it didn't make sense, for the party, the Singaporeans First party, to go into Ang-Mo-Kio GRC.
So barring any independent candidates turning up on nomination day, the coming election will likely see straight fights between the PAP and the 9 active opposition parties.
The Workers' Party will contest 28 out of 89 seats, the most number of seats by any opposition party, and 5 seats more than in 2011. The 5 GRCs it will contest in are Aljunied, a constituency it's currently defending, as well as Marine Parade, East Coast, Nee Soon, and the newly carved-out Jalan Besar. It will also contest in 5 SMCs. It plans to defend its seats in Hougang and Punggol East, as well as contest Fengshan, McPherson, and Sengkang West. After withdrawing from 1 GRC and 1 SMC, the National Solidarity Party is now set to contest 11 seats in Sembawang GRC, Tampines GRC, and Pioneer SMC. Also eyeing 11 seats is the Reform Party. This is the same number of seats it contested in 2011. RP plans to contest in West Coast GRC, which is now a 4-member constituency following electoral boundary changes, Ang Mo Kio GRC, and Radin Mas SMC. The Singapore Democratic Party will also be contesting 11 seats, the same number it contested in 2011. This includes Holland Bukit Timah GRC, where it previously contested in 2011, and Marsiling UT GRC. SDP also looks set to field candidates in the single seats of Bukit Panjang, Bukit Batok, and Yuhua. Singaporeans First, which was set up in 2014, will contest 10 seats in the 2 5-member GRCs of Jurong and Tanjong Pagar. The Singapore People's Party will be contesting 3 single seats, Hong Kong North, Potong Pasir, and Mountbatten. SPP has also teamed up with the Democratic Progressive Party to field a joint slate in Bishan Toa Payoh GRC. The Singapore Democratic Alliance is eyeing just the 6-member Pasir Ris Punggol GRC, while the People's Power Party looks set to contest the 4-member Choa Chu Kang GRC.